Welcome back to episode 3 of Cherry Magic. Boys love, boys love. We sure do.
Boys love, boys love. Cherry Magic Edition.
This episode was very special to me because
You're gay?
we watched this in bed.
Oh, yeah. Normally we watch
it here, but I was like, I'm so tired. It was like my birthday, wasn't it? No,
it was Thursday.
it was Thursday.
Right?
I don't even remember. No, it was after my birthday because we were so full.
It was after your birthday.
It was after the
Thursday was
birthday
when
live.
we watched and recorded His Man finale.
Yes. It was after my birthday live. We were like, I'm so full, but we had to watch Cherry Magic. So we're like, let's just watch it in bed. And it was great. It was so comfortable.
It was great. Another thing that's happened since the last time we recorded was I bought Volume 1.
Volume of
Cherry Magic 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard? ? Exclamation point.
Yeah.
I actually just finished it right before we
Oh,
recorded.
really? That was the end?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, technically I finished the storyline yesterday, and then there were 4
Bonus?
additional little chapters.
Okay.
It was the Valentine's Day chapter. It was the chapter where he drunk with the owner of the company or something like that, and she hits on him.
Yes.
Do you remember that one?
Flash.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an episode. And then there's a Tsuge,
Okay.
kind of explaining what's going on in his story.
Where did we leave off, girly?
Well, girl, it is later the same day. Adachi was like, I need to be true to my feelings. And
what I love is that, yes, but he doesn't articulate it that way. He's just like, I just know.
I should be nice.
I should be nice. I should figure out why I care so much. And why does he care so much?
Yeah. So he runs to the elevator and catches it. And is like, will you go out to dinner with me?
And then cut to him meh, meh, in a restaurant with you're probably wondering why I'm here with this guy. And it is Miss Ma'am
Rokkakku.
in the Rokkakku.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you're probably wondering why I'm at dinner with him and not Kurosawa by himself.
Yeah.
Turns out Miss Ma'am sold his first gig.
Got his first client, I think.
Yeah. So they're like, yeah, we're going out to celebrate the...
I don't know anything about the world of sales. I'm in real estate and I still don't know anything about the world of
Yeah.
sales.
They're like, I sold my first gig. We're all going out. Aren't you? And I think it's a cultural thing because he specifically said the section chief is buying drinks for everyone. Is treating us to dinner. So both of them were like, huh?
This is super common in Japan and Korea.
And Korea. I believe it's a thing of
you
don't
go out with
go
your
out
coworkers.
especially if the boss says, hey, let's all go out.
It's a big part of a Gretzko.
Yes.
And it's in Vincenzo too.
Yes. Because it was in a lot of the dramas that I watched.
The law firm goes out. Yeah.
Anyway.
Not super a thing here.
Not so much. I mean, we have happy hours.
But it's more if you want to, you go.
Yeah.
It's the expectation is different.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's not that people don't go out with their coworkers. It's more that
it's you go out, maybe you'll have a drink and then you can leave. There's no expectation.
There's not
to stay.
You should go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels in my office, it's a lot of the ones that are still in their 20s and the people who are in their 30s or have kids. They're like, okay, one drink was enough. I do have to make dinner for my family.
Yeah. Before we go to the dinner, I wanted to highlight this iconic comedy moment. Adachi is always giving us not broad, but physical comedy. Mm-hmm. And there's the moment when the elevator doors close.
He finally, he asks him out and then it just kind of freezes after it being done.
And he's standing in the middle of the doors.
And so they close on him. He's like...
It's very funny. That's all I wanted to point out.
Was that in the...
No, a lot of his physical quirks are in the show, not in the manga.
Good. Which is good. I mean, it's trying to represent that awkwardness in a broad way.
It would be hard to represent something like that in a manga too.
Yeah.
You'd have to do panel by panel of it closing in on him. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Wow, you're such an expert. You read one manga and you're like an expert on the graphic novel.
I'm truly trying to remember if I've ever
read any graphic novel.
I think I've read a graphic novel, but I've definitely never read a manga because I did have to ask RJ. Is it? I knew it was back. I knew it was back to front.
Yeah, but you didn't.
But
understand.
I didn't know the way the page read. If it was also left to right, top to bottom.
So cute, kitty.
So they go out to dinner.
And you called this episode a bottle play.
A bottle episode.
A bottle episode. Explain to the girls.
It's not really a bottle episode.
No. Kind of is. It all takes place in one event.
That's not really what a bottle episode truly is. Like a full one-off. Really doesn't tie into the like overarching plot at all.
Oh, okay.
The Fly is a really good episode or example of this from Breaking Bad. There are less bottle episodes nowadays because seasons are shorter.
It's not like back in the day where it's like, okay, you've got your 22 episode for the season.
Right.
That's back in the day in Golden Girls when they would throw a clip show.
Yeah. Sitcoms have less bottle episodes because sitcoms and procedurals kind of do the same thing every episode, so it's harder to do. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Anyway, we support the writers and the actors on strike. Now I can finally say that Rokkakku, who is like Lil Twink, L-I''L Twink, is my favorite character in this show. Lil Twink.
Also a star of his own BL.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's called.
Minato's Laundromat, I believe is what it's called.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll believe you. I don't know.
So there you go. An actual twink.
I love. I think he's so funny in this. I think his character is so funny.
So because it is broad.
You know, the other thing I really like about this show specifically is like no one's bad. No one's like mean. No one's a villain. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There is the moment coming up in an episode with like the
guys who try to hit.
Oh, yes. Both. Absolutely. But like main character wise, there's no one who's like the antagonist to. Mm-hmm. There's like the guy at work that's like
kind of taking advantage
of Adachi, but like it's more of an external way to show Adachi's like is such a pushover.
Yes. It's not like a Gretzko where it's like there is a main source of pain for her. Villainy.
Yes.
At least for those first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
and then it gets way darker. Guys, after.
If I can implore you to go watch a Gretzko, it's so fucking good. It is so good. And I cannot believe it's Sanrio.
Yeah.
It's so adult. It is so good. Ugh, it's so good. Okay. They go out to dinner. I have now said this sentence 6 times. So they go out to dinner. So they're at dinner. Now, again, another big change. Are we going to have to do this when we go to Japan? Do I have to sit on the floor?
It's so... Adam,
it's so cute. And like, if I was still like 22 and not...
Oh, but your knees ain't what it used to be?
Not even my knees, girl. I'm fat, girl. It's very sad. It'll be very cute.
My favorite Japanese restaurants growing up had those types of seats, and I would always
in the Philippines.
And I would always tell my mom, like, I want to sit on the floor.
I don't think there's any. I literally cannot think of a single. I think
probably
everywhere
in like
have
a high.
chairs.
It's probably like a high dining, or like a
in
high
America?
end. Yeah, because it's more about like the ambiance, and it's probably like super. It's probably like omakase type where you. It's like a Japanese linea, I'm sure.
Japan famously has the most Michelin stars. Or restaurants with Michelin stars, yeah.
So they're at dinner. Okay, and they're going out to dinner. You know what I mean? And by that I'm saying... It's the meal in the evening.
It's the even meal.
Yes.
Supper, one would say. They're at dinner. I'm sorry. Are at dinner with their coworkers and everybody's getting drunk. That's like the main plot point.
Yes.
So it's like everybody's drinking. And
they're like celebrating. And no one's like Because usually when it's like this, there's always there's one moment where they put pressure on Adachi because he's like quiet, but it's in like a spirit of a game. There's no one that's like, Adachi, loosen the fuck up, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in other work comedies that we see, like in New Employee, like they tease the intern, or like they,
intern culture huge
in office work.
Yeah. So they're at dinner.
I can't stop.
And like cut to, they play this game called King's Game. Called King's
Game.
Game.
Because we have King's Cup.
We have King's Cup, but that's like a true
That's a
drinking
game.
In King's Game, because it's also in the manga, and then there is at the very end of the manga, they have like a translation page, and they kind of explain what King's Game is. So I'll tell you, for those of you that don't know, you go around, everybody picks a card, and everybody has a number, and then randomly one person is assigned the king, and then they dole out rules for each number without knowing who the numbers are for.
Yeah.
So when they say like 5 and 9 have to kiss, that's why they don't know that it's Adachi and Kurosawa.
Yeah. And there are moments like in the dinner where like Kurosawa accidentally bumps into him and he hears the thoughts about, basically they're just bummed that like he wasn't able to go on a date. And then even Adachi was like, date? It wasn't a date. I was just asking you what to eat.
Girl, grow up. You're 30.
You're asking us, a man by himself, do you want to go out to eat? And you don't think he's going to think it's a date. It's just very...
That likes you.
It's just very cute because he's doing all of these things.
He keeps like one step forward and 2 steps back.
Exactly.
Actually, he really doesn't take 2 steps back. He just like goes forward and then comes back.
And then fully retracts. Which I think like, it took me until they were like together, I would say, maybe, to realize that like, oh, this is Adachi's like main crux that he has to get over.
Yeah.
Because I think in the beginning, when I first watched it, I just thought it's like, oh, he's just being awkward. He doesn't know how to. But it's truly manifesting to like, oh, he doesn't believe that he's like, like he doesn't believe that it's actually real. Mm-hmm. So he's so scared to do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's like the first time we're seeing that here.
He's at an impasse. He's at a crossroads, but he's always like very indecisive.
Yeah.
Indecision. I just talked about this with Hisman.
Go
for it.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
You already know what he thinks,
You're hearing his literal goddamn thoughts.
I know.
Just go for it.
I know.
Shit or get off the pot. Okay.
So they're at dinner.
So they're back at dinner.
They play this game.
And they have to kiss. And then first they're like, no, 2 guys can't kiss. Which, that's very clear in the manga, too, that it's like, this is weird because we're 2 guys. So this is in the canon of BLs. This is one of the BLs where it's like not normal for 2 guys to be into each other. Not that it's like, I don't think there's anything negative necessary per se.
It's more of just like, oh, that's weird. It's just weird.
Right. Because I think we talked about this a little bit with 8th Sense, but there are some BLs where it's like Choco Milkshake felt like it was like in a world where
being gay is just...
It's just like a thing. It doesn't... There's not like a... It's like a value proposition to it, if that makes sense.
Which, like, I'm curious... Like, you personally, do you like stories that are more realistic? Like, do you prefer one or the other? Or do you just, like, prefer... For me, I just prefer that they commit to one thing. Like, if you're going to commit to, like, this is a world where they, like, 8th Sense, where it's, like, it's not actually about them being 2 men.
I think in what I like
I don't want
to
both,
see...
because that makes me confused of, like...
Sure.
Well, then, was it all about not being okay that it was gay,
Sure. I think I prefer shows that have less of it being, like, it's bad to be gay. Like, stuff like that. But I think that's more just because I'm at a place where I'm tired of like trauma.
Yeah.
But I think if it's handled well, it's great.
I do think like mid 2000, like the 2010s, we got a lot of that. It was like culture's way of dealing with like, oh, we haven't been able to talk about this till now.
Yeah.
So let's dump a lot of this now.
Yeah.
That I
But
feel
I mean,
like
like,
now are-
I like Heartstopper, and Heartstopper has a lot of that too.
Yeah.
It's more just like how it's handled more than anything else.
Yeah.
I necessarily don't mind either way, but it depends on like if it's handled well, then it's fine.
Right. Okay.
At one point during the dinner, I'm gonna kind of break it up. I'm not gonna follow the episode exact because we also have like Tsuge has his own storyline in
That's
this
true.
episode. So I'll
That's
get to we'll call that the B plot. You know, industry terminology. We'll get to the B plot in a second. We'll do the A plot first. At one point during the dinner, Adachi's gone to the bathroom and then he's coming back out. And Rokkakku, who was outside doing fuck all, we don't know. He comes in as well.
And he's like, "Oh, hey, Adachi."
And it's weird because it's Rokkakku's party.
Yeah.
So why is he like avoiding it? So then he
Like they like hug, I think. And that's when he hears Rokkakku's thoughts like, "Oh, did he find my hiding? Did he find that I was like hiding here
Hiding
this entire
away.
time?"
because he hates the smell of smoke.
Because he hates to smell cigarettes.
And this is why Rokkakku
And
is my
this
favorite
is
character. And then, the only time that they ever do like someone touches and he hears stuff and I don't buy it is like this, where
When
he's
it's
like
like-
fully like, girl, if you don't get your hand off me. I mean, at least Rokkakku does like turn around and he's like,
Oh, did you need something? Yeah.
What's up? So then he hears that like he doesn't want to go because Adachi, one of his like wonderful qualities is that he's like very considerate of others, even though he doesn't. I don't think he's as conscious that he does. He does it subconsciously. He asks Rokkakku to go. He was like, "Oh, I need stomach medicine. Do you know any place nearby?" And
And he was
Rokkakku
like,
and
"Oh,
he
I'll just
like
go."
uses a great opportunity to like go get it for him, which is very nice. So a win for everybody. So they're at dinner. And they play this game and it's kiss each other. Now I'm 3 sentences into the episode. And Kurosawa just goes for it. And then while leaning in, he feels Adachi like tense up and get super nervous.
Yeah.
And so he like just softly kisses his forehead.
And then we find out later that Adachi actually hears his thought when he
I
says
have the biggest crush on the man who plays Kurosawa. Like
That married man.
huge. That married man. Huge. So he kisses him on the forehead. Adachi like is like, "Oh." And then Kurosawa like goes away because he's like, "Oh, I'm taking a call." And they're like, "Are you mad? Don't be a sour puss."
And he's fully like, "No, I'm not mad, but you're never better not fucking play this game again."
There's the look he does when he leaves. He's like, because he has like the Sung
the
Han
Sung Han Bin dimples.
Like, yes, really high cheeks.
It's like when Sung Han Bin just realized none of the microphones were working in that radio show. He's like, "No, I get.
Queen.
So good. Queen.
Queen. After Kurosawa leaves, Adachi like gets up to go out to go find him, and then he comes out, and Kurosawa's just like very. First of all, they're on a rooftop. I'm very confused about where they are, to be honest.
Yeah, is it a... It looks like a pretty... I guess it's not that tall of a rooftop.
They're on a rooftop,
Yeah.
which is wild to me. They're not on the street. So they're on this rooftop, and Kurosawa is clearly in his feelings.
Yes.
Ooh.
And basically when they're up there, Kurosawa's like... Well, Adachi was like, "Are you okay?" Or just like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And he was basically like, "I'm sorry that I made you feel uncomfortable because they shouldn't have made us do that because like 2 guys kissing is weird, right?"
Yeah. And then the moment when he like touches him, he like I think they like knock elbows or whatever. Adachi hears him say, "I am sorry I fell for you." And that's when I started crying because I'm insane.
I know.
Kurosawa is such a good guy. What the fuck?
And then,
So then Adachi is like
reliving montage
of
literally
what just
the
happened
dinner.
2 minutes ago. Yeah. And realizes like Kurosawa is such a good guy. I mean,
That he will
combine this with also like he like had him in his house. He gave him the scarf. He's been very nice. Yes, you understand that like it's because he likes Adachi, but he's never been untoward. He's always like really considerate. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so Adachi kind of realizes that he doesn't mind. It's like the slowest progression.
The slowest
He's
burn.
like, oh, I guess
like,
I'm okay with the fact that you like me. This is where Adachi is at now. Instead of
Yes.
being like, I can't believe it. Now it's
is
like,
crazy.
okay, it's fine.
Well, but he says like, I wouldn't have mind if you did kiss me.
Well, because first he says
he admits.
he admits that he's never kissed anyone.
Yeah.
And so
Drew
Kurosawa,
Barrymore never been kissed.
what a great movie. I actually don't know if it holds up. I'm sure it's great. I
don't know if it holds up, but
maybe it doesn't.
It was a great moment.
And Kurosawa's like, oh, well, then I guess it's a good thing shouldn't have been your first kiss. Ha 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 ha. And goes like walk away. And that's when Adachi is like, I wouldn't have minded. Meaning like, I was nervous because we were in front of people, but
I wouldn't have minded if we did kiss and that ended up having to be my first time. And okay, to Kurosawa, this is all access pass, right? Like this is like,
I think if anyone said this to me, I think if there was a situation in which I was supposed to kiss someone and then we like just did a like a what happens here, and then they said I would have actually been okay if you kissed me, which is essentially literally exactly what Adachi just said. I immediately would go in for it.
yeah,
I'd be like, oh, okay, doors open,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And
Because mama, that's what? Consent.
And Kurosawa's reaction, but this is the thing, Kurosawa's reaction is like fully, he has been convinced this entire time that it is one-sided, that he just has a huge crush on him. And he's been like chastising himself, like, I shouldn't be in a place that make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Even after he slept in his house, he was like, I think he only sees me as like a coworker and I need to control my emotions. I need to step back, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then to hear this the next day.
Mama. Out of my mind. So then the episode, this is the A-plot. The episode for the A-plot ends with Kurosawa just going in for it.
Yeah.
For the kiss.
Yep.
Now, spoiler alert, they don't end up kissing.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, they don't end up kissing the whole show. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. B.
But that's where they end. Okay, great. We love it. I do. It's a very heart-fluttering moment.
Yes.
And that is actually where Volume 1 ends.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Technically, it ends right after the kiss is... The almost kiss is, like, broken up. But that's where Volume 1 ends. I don't own Volume 2, so I can't tell you anything about that. Now, let's talk about Tsuge.
Tsuge and his little twink.
What is his name?
Still unnamed.
Riku? No, Riku is... Who's Riku? Riku's somebody in your game, Persona 5?
Riku's from a Final Fantasy.
Oh, he's from a Final Fantasy.
She.
Oh, she, her, hers?
Oh, well, okay. There is a Riku with 2 Ks in Final Fantasy. There is a Riku with 1 K in Kingdom Hearts, who's like another guy.
Sorry, I just fell asleep.
Girl, the Amazon
No, but the
driver.
cat's name is Udon.
Yes. No, it's the company is a delivery service. It's not just pet stuff, right? He just
he's just the
he just orders a lot of pet stuff.
Yeah, because
And the mascot is a cat, or like cat. It's a cat word or whatever.
yeah, it's a play on the type of cat I think Udon is.
Calico.
I think Udon's a calico cat.
Sure.
How do I know like almost every breed of dog, and I know nothing about cats?
I had no calico.
Calico, tuxedo. Okay, tuxedo's obvious.
Okay.
But then like fully cat breeds are fully like orange, black.
Tabby.
What does that mean? I know what orange and black means. What's tabby? Tabitha?
Tabitha Salon takeover.
Tabitha takes over.
Tabitha Salon takes over.
It's disgusting. Okay, so Tsuge is at home. The delivery boy comes by, and he's a new delivery boy on the route.
Yeah.
Okay. In the manga, you find out it was formerly an old middle-aged man.
Ah.
Okay. So he's new to the route, and he's like, this punk, this little
Gen Z ass.
19-year-old energy is absolutely giving. Okay, how old is this actor that plays Tsuge?
He's probably like 32, 33.
Unfortunately, my phone is being used. But I am desperate to know this information because you could tell me he's like 28 or you could tell me he's 54 and I would believe you 100% either way. I'd be like, yeah, that makes complete sense. This is my big issue with this. Not really my big issue with them, but like it's one of my weird, like, this is so weird. Anyway.
They just look
so opposite,
far apart in age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think they did it on purpose to make them look that way. But it's like, we already got it. Like,
yeah.
One is a novelist and wears turtlenecks.
But like Adachi is 30 and I believe he's 30, but he doesn't look like 30, he's like,
yeah, that's true.
Ancient.
Yeah.
Old, from one old dragon to another. So anyway, so he comes in, this new kid, and he's like a little bit of a punk. He's like, oh, this kid's such a punk. What a little, I bet he's rude to his elders.
Yeah.
Very that energy.
And then
which is how I feel about teens.
Yes.
More than I'm actually scared of teens.
Yeah.
More than I'm scared of being made fun of by teens.
Yeah. So they'll go for it.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care at all.
They'll call you a dragon.
They sure will.
And then he like gives him like the thing to sign, and like through that, here's his thoughts of like, this old ass dragon.
He's here every day. He's sitting here alone,
up with his just whatever. He hasn't seen the cat yet.
No, he hasn't seen the cat.
He's just like, oh, bet he fucking just sits here as a loser.
Yeah, they hate each other.
Yeah,
it's great.
And then fully Tsuge's like, huh?
Oh yeah, because like, Tsuge doesn't know.
This is his first time
because he doesn't leave his fucking
powers.
house. So it's the first time he's touched someone since he's turned 30. Cool. So here's thoughts. So this is now a crisis for him. And then the kid, there's another delivery.
Well, because he was complaining. He's like, well, I bought 2 things today and this is only 1 package. So I'm technically missing a second package today. And he is like, okay, girl, let me check in the truck.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Literally, very that. So then he comes back with the second package. And this is when he notices Unan, the cat. And he's like, oh, you have a cat? Wait, I know this cat. I used to see it
down the street. Yeah,
down the street.
And he's like, yeah, I took him in, basically.
Yeah.
Take care of him.
And this is like a huge realization for Twink. FedEx Twink. We still don't know his fucking name. He has not been named on the show, to be clear.
For FedEx
At this point in the show. He's like, oh, he must be like nicer than I think. So he's petting the cat. Meanwhile, Tsuge's hearing all of his thoughts. And yes, and Twink being like, well, he must be a lot nicer and sweeter than I thought he was. Blah, blah, blah.
Tsuge audibly says, gulp.
Yes. Broad comedy.
And he's like, huh? And he's like, oh, nothing. Dang it. And basically like gets him out of the house.
Yeah. And then collapses to the floor. And that's the B plot. It's a quick ep, but
I think it feels quick because it's 3 settings.
Yeah. The first time I saw this episode, I fully was like, oh my God, Adachi and Kurosawa are going to kiss in episode 4. I cannot believe.
That's so crazy. And you're like, girl.
That's it.
Silly you.
So Next up, episode 4. I wonder if they'll kiss.
Bye.
Bye.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.